Sometimes when our minds are spinning and we don't feel like we can even think straight, a formula to reference can keep us focused and on track. I'd suggest writing a few down that resonate with you and keep them visible throughout your day. You can also put an alert on your phone with the formula you'd like to keep in mind. Having these visual reminders is especially important during times when the feelings of despair or anxiety are heightened. It's during those times that we typically forget about the tools we have to bring us back from the edge. Hi, I'm Patty Blue Hayes, author, coach, and your guide to blossoming beyond heartbreak and cultivating hope as you sow the seeds of healing. Let's look at 6 formulas you can implement to help you on your healing journey. 1. To change a habit. This simple formula is, when I do X, I will instead do Y. This does require a bit of self-awareness and practicing the formula a few times for it to stay in the forefront of your mind. How to implement this? Put in the action you are doing that you'd like to replace with a healthier choice. For example, when I want to text the ex, I will instead text a friend. When I start criticizing myself, I will write a list of my good qualities. When I crave sugar, I will drink 2 glasses of water before making my choice. 2. To build a strong foundation. One of the mistakes I made after heartbreak was to power through and build up a facade of independence, strength, confidence, and positivity. While there is value in faking it till you make it, if you don't already have a strong foundation, the house of cards will collapse at the slightest provocation. The formula to build a strong foundation equals introspective time plus action plus prioritization. Introspective time is the time you dedicate to looking within yourself and examining your strengths, some weaknesses, your values, your beliefs about yourself, and the qualities and characteristics you'd like to build, and to identify those you'd like to eliminate. Give yourself plenty of time to do this work, because your foundation is the most important structure to focus on in order to recreate yourself and build a new life on your own. The action you take represents the amount of energy, intention, and practice required to lay a solid foundation. The prioritization signifies the importance you place on laying the foundation before progressing or being distracted by other tasks or objectives. This formula demonstrates that a strong foundation is built by dedicating introspective time and taking action while prioritizing its establishment over other activities or goals. The introspective time could be spent researching lists of values, personal strengths, qualities, and characteristics people can have. You can complete personal assessments like the 16 Personalities Assessment, the Enneagram, Clifton Strength Finder, or explore spiritual or religious resources if that resonates with you. Select 2 to 5 foundational attributes to focus on and create small action steps to take. Reflect on why these are important to you, and then make them your priority over distractions. What this might look like? If I've decided that I want to eliminate the belief that I'm not good enough, and I want to build my self-confidence, my action steps might be to do a deep dive into where that belief started from, and go back to heal that initial wound. This could be through therapy, hypnosis, soul retrieval, NLP, working with a coach, self-education, guided journals, or workbooks. You are the only one who can determine which practices will be most effective and enlightening for you. Be mindful that this is not a quick or overnight fix, but it's critical that you dedicate the time to these foundational elements. If I want to build my self-confidence, in addition to the other practices mentioned, I can reflect on past times in my life when I felt confident. I can make a list of these scenarios and review them each day and add to them. This practice alone will likely demonstrate to me that perhaps the relationship with the ex wasn't supportive and healthy because it was with them that I lost my confidence, self-reliance, or determination. I can also call upon the support of family and friends and ask them to remind me of who I am at my core. They knew me long before the start and end of the relationship and can help me reconnect with the essence of who I am at my best. 3. To determine if making changes is important to you. This formula is helpful when you feel like you want to make changes, but you're stuck or not sure if it's even worth it or where to start. The formula is dissatisfaction plus vision plus first steps has to be greater than resistance. You might be in resistance mode, which includes procrastination. Identify the current dissatisfaction or pain point. Then define the future vision of what you would like instead. Establish the smallest first steps you'd need to take in order to start. When you add those things up, they have to be greater than the resistance or current pain point in order for you to take action. Sometimes we're not ready. That's okay. Eventually, you'll either be ready or you won't. You'll either decide to heal and grow or you won't. When we break down the human condition, we're pretty simple creatures in terms of what motivates us. We seek pleasure and avoid pain. At times when we don't feel like there's any pleasure in life, we can avoid pain by engaging in unhealthy habits. But we are also creatures of habit and don't generally like change. So we stay stuck in a cycle of feeling bad about ourselves and doing things that support these negative feelings and beliefs. You are the only one who can honestly look inside your heart and soul to make the choice to make changes. An example of this formula might look like this. My dissatisfaction is that I feel helpless and don't have control of my life. I feel like I'm at the mercy of outside forces. My future vision for myself is one where I'm confident and I create my life on my terms, which leaves me feeling fulfilled, purposeful, and content. The first steps I can take are to read about how to develop autonomy. In that scenario, the sum of those parts is greater than my resistance, so I can start reading. If I'd created first steps of signing up for intensive therapy and taking a 6-month psychology course to better understand myself, I wouldn't do it. If you find the resistance is strong, explore the resistance by asking questions like these. Why isn't this the right time? When will be the right time? If you had done this 3 months ago, would today be better for you? If you do nothing, what do you think is going to change in the next 3 months? If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always got. How's that working for you? Ask the resistance what it is protecting you from. Ask it if it is willing to yield to the part of you who wants to try. 4. Kaizen. While not a formula per se, it's a Japanese philosophy of continuous improvement that emphasizes small incremental changes over time. By focusing on continuous action steps and progress, we can achieve significant growth and development. Really, this is the simplest place to start if you're feeling paralyzed. If you're in that deep, dark night of the soul, those simple actions can prove to be the buoys when you feel adrift in a sea of despair. In the first few weeks after someone has left you heartbroken, this Kaizen concept might look like getting out of bed in the morning, taking a daily shower, drinking 1 glass of water, eating at least 1 healthy meal. You start with one thing, then when you feel ready, you add another small thing. 5. Wheel of Life. This is a tool used to assess different areas of life, such as career, relationships, health, and personal development. You can print out a blank one and customize it with areas of life that are relevant to your conditions. Maybe your life wheel includes mental health, spiritual growth, and gratitude. Or perhaps it's more of an overview and includes hobbies, friendships, and finances. Wheels are designed to be even in order to work properly. As we draw lines across the divided segments of the life wheel, it's easy to see how out of balance a whole life can be when some areas are deflated. Start with the segments that you've rated the lowest and create small action steps to take in order to make some improvements. Let's say my physical health was not good. I've been eating poorly and smoking. The action steps might include walking with a friend a few times a week and researching methods to quit smoking. 6. ABCDE technique. This is a cognitive behavioral therapy technique used to challenge and change negative thought patterns. It involves identifying adversities, beliefs, consequences, disputing irrational beliefs, and evaluating the effects of new beliefs. A is for adversity. You start by identifying the adversity, which is the event or situation that triggered your emotional response. The breakup, or the angry text, or the ghosting might be the adversity. B is for beliefs. Next, you dig into your beliefs, which are the thoughts and interpretations you have about the adversity. These beliefs can either be rational or irrational. For example, your beliefs might be, I'm a failure, or I'll never find love. C is for consequences. Then you explore the consequences of those beliefs. This is how your thoughts affect your emotions and behaviors. If you believe you're a failure, you might feel sad or defeated, and you might avoid taking steps to build yourself back up. D is for disputing irrational beliefs. This is where you challenge those irrational beliefs and replace them with more rational ones. You ask yourself if there's any evidence to support your negative beliefs and if there are alternative explanations. For example, you might remind yourself of past loving relationships or that this breakup doesn't define who you are as a person. E is for evaluating the effects of new beliefs. Finally, you evaluate how your new, more rational beliefs impact your emotions and behaviors. By changing your thoughts, you can now change how you feel and how you respond to challenging situations. Using the ABCDE technique helps you develop more balanced and constructive thinking patterns. I'd like to leave you with a Zen Buddhist saying that you might find helpful. The novice says to the master, "What does one do before enlightenment?" "Chop wood, carry water," replies the master. The novice asks, "What then does one do after enlightenment?" "Chop wood, carry water." Apply this concept to your healing. You are doing the same external activities, but the transformational work is an inside job. Heal the inside, find peace within yourself, and continue with life's daily activities. But having transformed fear into love, despair into desire, loneliness into fulfillment, and pain into joy, your life is forever changed. Remember, you're on a journey of healing and transformation. The seed does not become a blossom overnight.